Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Transformers fans everywhere, welcome back. LPS Last Prime Speculator, here to bring you another episode of the Redemption series as always. Today's focus is the two concept arts from Transformers The Last Night that was recently posted. I've been meaning to do a video about the subs. You've been asking me to do a video about this speculation about these two concept arts. This concept art number 1 and concept art number 2. These two concept arts have a significant story. And these were ideas pitched by the writers team that could have potential ideas for Transformers The Last Night. So let's get right to it. So we'll start with concept number 1. This one's called Cybertron Arena. Now, if you look around and you look at this environment, you see Optimus Prime. You see the Night form, the beast form of Megatron. You see a crowd around. You see them in this pit. And they look like they're about to square battle. In my opinion, this is the idea of the Cybertron Gladiator games. The Gladiator games is what Megatron rose to his dominance, become the Decepticon leader. He gained his popularity through these games of the Gladiators. Basically, it's very like the Roman times of the idea of Olympian gladiator times, where literally you fight to the death at all costs, and the winner that survives rises into power, just like Megatron, right? You also see this. If you look around the crowd, you see the architect. You can see that this is an environment where Cybertronians are coming to witness this event, almost like a football game, basketball game, stuff like that. This is for sport. But if you look really closely, this is bigger than just sport. In my opinion, this is a missed opportunity. This is exactly what I speculated with the Gladiator game of Optimus Prime and the Megatron Origins. When I look at this is Origins. In my opinion, this is exactly what the fans wanted. This is the one. This is Megatron versus Optimus Prime, the ones the fans deserved. This was going to be the fight. The one that we've been waiting for as fans, the ultimate Optimus Prime and Megatron fights. Origins. In the very beginning of when Transformers Last Night first started, we saw the first two concept arts, which was called a production teaser trailer. Where the first one we saw Optimus Prime, very evil, very cold, the purple eyes, the red infection, and it's a Transformers Last Night, begins production in June. Then right after that, we saw the Megatron production teaser trailer. But this was a new Megatron. This was a beast like Megatron. We saw this new form of Megatron with the horns, the red paint, the infection inherited on him. We saw the purple eyes, and then we heard this beast-like growl. This originally also ties into Origins of Megatron versus Optimus Prime, the story. Now, if you look around this crowd, you see two legends, two gladiators, two beast-like dominant forces, Optimus Prime versus Megatron, in an Olympic-style environment. This could have been an idea of the Rome plot, the one that we've kind of been hearing across social media and stuff. This could be an idea of it. Again, this looks like a missed opportunity. When I look around and I see this, I see my hero going up against another legend, Megatron, right? I see a crowd. I see people chanting for this event. What I also see is slavery. I see the Gladiator games as was literally the idea of the Quintesson control ruling Cybertron. You see who I believe this is actually Nemesis Prime going against Megatron. You see the crowd chanting. This is the idea of slavery. When the Quintessons took over Cybertron, they created the cog and they claimed themselves as God. At this time, the barbarians and beasts were in complete control of the planet itself. The Knights of Cybertron were created off the wells of sparks from Primus. They were there to establish order in a time of a beast era. The Quintessons came and invaded Cybertron and claimed themselves as God, wiping out the history of the Transformers and enslaving them. But they kept the Knights of Cybertron alive for either perfection of the Transformer. They were also fable, warriors, gladiators, so rare, so powerful, so wise that they literally had to keep them alive for their own bidding, and also to have them do their own wicked deeds, right? But what you don't see is you see this gladiator type, this pharaoh-like, this ancient royalty setting. You see, again, the crowd, but if you look up top, you see a staff. You see a demonic staff, almost like an idea of maybe Quintessa or Unicron. But there is a dark presence right behind the idea of Optimus Prime. Almost like this is rewriting history. I believe that that's the idea of Quintessa standing behind her perfect creation, which is Nemesis Prime. It looks like there's Cybertronians, Transformers literally chanting to see the deaths of this. There's probably gambling. There's probably sin going on. This is the idea of torture. The Quintessons would use these Gladiator games and have the Transformers kill each other for their own bidding. This was an Olympic type arena. This looks like the ultimate showdown of a profit for the Quintesson control. I also believe that this is straight up Cybertron, right? But this whole idea is origins. Megatron versus Optimus Prime in the showdown that the fans deserve. And this is an absolute missed opportunity. Now, what I mean by origins, I'm talking about redemption. So let's start with Megatron, okay? Let's start with Megatron in this photo. When I see this is a redemption trial for Megatron. Megatron, throughout this live-action universe, has been a 1A to Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime has literally owned Megatron since Transformers 1. Optimus Prime has dominated, slaughtered, just killed all of Megatron's Decepticon allies. His rival, his origins in the live-action universe has been almost pathetic in a way. He has literally suffered on the hands of the Prophesied 13 Optimus Prime on every single occasion. I also look at this is the origins of the brothers' connection. This could have been an idea of explaining the purple eyes, the red infection, where literally that this was about the moment, the very beginning of the Optimus Prime and Megatron origins back under Quintesson control, slavery times where they literally were brothers and worked together. Megatron, but I don't just see Megatron. I see a beast form Megatron. I see a dominant Megatron. I look at this and I see Megatron, the knight, the legend, the actual possible good guy Megatron. The Barbarians and Beast controlled Cybertron. The Knights of Cybertron, again, were there and created by the creator god Transformers, Primus, and Soulless Spark of the Wells of Spark as the first Cybertronians to establish order, to establish a foundation for his creation. This is also how Megatron was in the original Transformers. He was a gladiator. He did rise up through the pits to create his name known as the Legend of Megatron, right? But where I'm getting at with this Knights of Cybertron in this Megatron connection of the leader Decepticons, Megatron. When it says on one side in Cybertronian Megatron, on the other side, Knight. Now with all of this connection and this Gladiator game event, this slavery atmosphere, I think Megatron possibly could have been the 13th Guardian Knight of Cybertron. Remember when Quintessa talks about her 12 Guardian Knights in Transformers The Last Knight? The idea, the color scheme, the beast-like figure, the ancientness, the, in a way, darker, has connections to the Knights of Cybertron. The Knights of Cybertron / the Guardian Knights of Iacon from Transformers The Last Knight. That he could have been literally the 13th Knight that Quintessa created to perfect her dominance. That the 13 Primes, the 13 Guardian Knights, it would explain a origins for Optimus Prime and Megatron, right? Now, I'm also looking at this and we're seeing possibly the Beast era Megatron, the Knight of Cybertron Megatron. Megatron at this time could be an Autobot during Beast era, as in he was created exactly kind of like Unicron was created. The one created Unicron, who then created Primus. Basically, evil was born first, only to have the perfect creation of good come after. They're rewriting their own history, and then that's that's so significant about this is this could literally be the origins at the beginning of Megatron while he was a Knight of Cybertron, and he's secretly working for the side of good. That literally, what also, if his team could have been possibly the Dinobots, the legendary wars. That could have been his like side team, SEAL Team 6 in a way for Megatron. That could have been literally his beginning of Decepticons. With the Optimus Prime and Grimlock, I've done tons of theories about their connection, the Knight's origins, and the Knight ship. Stay tuned for that. I got that coming very shortly. We'll get back to this poster. But this is literally the idea of slavery, of torture, of history, of origins. Megatron versus Optimus Prime, the one the fans deserve. Where literally, they are going back in time and rewriting their own history. Now let's move on to Optimus Prime. Now, we see Optimus Prime. Now, if you look at him, he's still got that beast-like form, that knight form. If you look really closely, there's still an infection there. There is a red paint infection. The production teaser trailer and the control possibly of Quintessa, right? But this is where I'm going to throw a quick speculation. I don't think this is Optimus Prime. In the idea of this concept art, before the movie was written, I think this is actually Nemesis Prime. This is good versus evil. This is the Megatron, Autobot, Knights of Cybertron, Knights of Iacon, Beast Mode against the Gladiator. The Gladiator of Nemesis Prime, the evilness, the barbarian, the one standing over Bumblebee, the one of hatred in his heart. Where literally, like Quintessa said, Nemesis was her perfect creation. She said Optimus, but this is back in time, Beast Era. What I'm saying is, they're rewriting history, rethink the past, rethink your heroes. Literally, this is Nemesis Prime, Quintessa's perfect creation before he became my hero, Optimus Prime. This literally could be about a time travel scenario. It was rumored to be about time travel. I really thought the idea of the Mega Lock, which we know is to restore Cybertron, could have been some idea of time travel. And where I'm getting at is that they're rewriting history. I had a very deep vibe that Optimus Prime in the live action universe was literally the creation and the protector of Quintessa. That Quintessa literally created Nemesis Prime to take over these events in these Gladiator games. Everything. I think Quintessa has a vibe of the Quintesson with the tentacles, the head, that literally she created Nemesis Prime to take over and rise into power through the beginning, through the Gladiator times. We know Orion Pax was actually a librarian. This is the live action universe. This is their origins. This is their stories. This is what they interpret. This is its own world where, again, they could say rethink the past. That would make a lot of sense. That literally this is about time travel, and we were witnessing the Gladiator of Nemesis Prime before he became Optimus Prime, right? Now, why I'm saying this is Nemesis Prime is because I think that this is about bidding. This is like an event. This is like betting on the Super Bowl, where again you see the crowd, you see them chanting, you see the Cybertronians chanting to see themselves and their creations and their brothers be killed. Well, they're trained like that. These Cybertrons were, again, their history was destroyed. There's no evidence of the race other than the Quintessons are gods. Where I'm getting at is this could be an idea of the Quintessons as well, of maybe a Quintessa vibe of the human vibe. Maybe this was also pre-human, which will connect the humans, or just kind of like a Halo, a Promethean type vibe, the original humans, but that could be the idea of the Quintessons itself in the live action universe. Wasn't talked about, but I feel like there's human type concept in there. Like I feel like there's some humans. You can see some Cybertronians, but there is some humans. So humans were betting on these Gladiator games as well. Just a little speculation. Thought I would throw that out there too. You could see the infection of Nemesis. So we can't see the face of Optimus, but we know Nemesis is still being controlled by Quintessa. I think Quintessa could possibly be standing behind the shoulder of Optimus. That is her staff, that she is the god. And Nemesis is slaughtering every Gladiator and killing spawns, killing Transformers for pleasure and money, profit. This is like a Vegas idea of Cybertron during Quintesson control, right? Now, the soul of Prime, I believe, is still here. I believe when Transformers Age of Extinction flew out and Optimus flew out to meet his creators and he went to sleep, some sleep stylist mode, I believe that this could have been an idea where he did get captured by two gods. We'll start with the first one. We see Optimus Prime being chained up, being electrocuted, where literally the infection itself involves time travel. Time travel as in Quintessa sent the last Prime back in time to hopefully rewrite history for her evil bidding. where the infection itself, the red paint, is literally a mind control of time travel. So what I'm getting at is that when he was floating into space, Quintessa captured him, chained him up, and already had Megatron in her captive, in her possession. And we're talking about the brothers in arms connection, the origins, where literally the infection of the sorcerer of Quintessa is influencing the spark in the mind of these two legends and putting them back in this event at this moment and rewrite history for her own bidding, right? Where literally this is about time travel. So Megatron, think about this with this. Megatron is literally in an Autobot body, an infection, right? That was part of the deal, that he could get a new body and get all the Galvatron infection off him, but he's still got to rewrite his own origins, rewrite the history of origins, redemption for his failures as leader of the Decepticons. Same thing with Optimus, the failures as an Autobot. Really, this is about guilt, hate, infection, redemption. This was the redemption battle that never happened in Transformers Last Night that we deserved, right? Now, let's explain the purple eyes. This could also have been some ties, which we know is Unicron. When Optimus Prime flew up into space to meet his creators, he went in that sleep mode. Where literally, how about the infection of Quintessa, that she was able to go back in time and in space? Unicron is a god. Unicron is connected, was created by the One, and is throughout the galaxies of the universe. Where literally, what if a small part of a fragment touched Optimus Prime and infected them both? So Unicron himself has a piece of metal or of the Cybertronian flesh on the last prophesied king, Optimus Prime, and now he is also back in time to rewrite history, to destroy Cybertron, to destroy Primus, the creator god of the Transformers. Where literally we are talking about origins of the Transformers, the very beginning of time, rewrite history. The Gladiator versus Gladiator, Megatron versus Nemesis Prime, right? This is all down to one thing. Where literally the trials of redemption could be coming down, that literally rewriting history and going back in time, we literally might have to see the actual real matrix of leadership. Where literally Optimus Prime and Megatron must find a way to coexist to stop the infection of one Quintessa, and knowing Unicron is now part of the system and also inside their spark. This whole environment, this whole arena could come down to the moment where literally it's about redemption, with Nemesis being controlled by the evil god Quintessa, and Unicron, Megatron, same exact thing, being controlled by Unicron and Quintessa, where literally they have to make a choice. What if Megatron has to rewrite his own history and Nemesis, aka Optimus Prime, has to rewrite his history, where literally their sparks and their souls are still being controlled in this environment of the Cybertron Gladiator games? That Megatron has to kill Optimus to possibly save Earth, being that Optimus is probably under the most control. The only thing that Nemesis and Optimus possesses is the matrix of leadership. That is the only thing the Quintessons and the Antichrist Unicron are afraid of, and that is the matrix of leadership, where maybe they have to work together to find the matrix to basically go back in time and rewrite the history. An event that never happened, of Orion Pax, aka Nemesis Prime, being a gladiator and rising through the pits of evilness, being the actual perfect creation to defeat the Knights of Cybertron Beast Mode, Megatron, the 13th Guardian Knight, where Quintessa created the perfect creation to take down his brother, Megatron. And where I'm getting at is this photo right here. This photo right here. This looks like the Chamber of Ancients. This looks like a secret base where possibly some higher anarchy, maybe the Autobots, maybe the first creation of the Autobots, the original Night Guardian Knights, maybe, an idea of the Chamber of Ancients. This is where, in one of my favorite comic books, Anarchy, that basically chose the prophecy and created the new Prime through the creation matrix, through the one Prime. In the darkest time, in the darkest hour, a Prime will reveal itself. This could literally be where a council of the Chamber of Ancients decided Nemesis Prime was the one to become the new Prime, the new Optimus Prime. Megatron's mission, part of his Knights of Cybertron and the Guardian Knights, was to bring them Nemesis. Megatron could have also thought at this time, during this event of rewriting history, that his mission was to keep Nemesis possibly alive, to kill him in the Chamber of Ancients, the Tomb of the Knights, the legends, the legendary warriors. This has so much significance to it all. We could also see a doorway sitting back, and we see Optimus's night form, staring in this ancient and holy underground environment, right? Where something's about to walk out, and he is waiting for something ancient. This is where I thought Dragonstorm would appear. Dragonstorm would be an idea of the wise, the brilliant, the amazing Alpha Trion, the creator of Optimus Prime. When Orion Pax died, Alpha Trion, the ancient Transformer, one of the original Transformers, right? One of the oldest of all time throughout the origins of Transformers, is about to create my hero, Optimus Prime, where literally Megatron brings Nemesis to this tomb, this chamber of ancients, to meet Dragonstorm, the wise, the powerful, and witness the rebirth of the new Prime, which would become Optimus Prime. In a way, maybe a Dr. Phil cure both infections, where literally this would come down to a trial of redemptions versus Megatron and my hero, Optimus Prime. Again, this is a missed opportunity. This is the fight that the fans have wanted. This is the fight I've wanted. This is Megatron and Optimus Prime. This is my idea of origins in rewriting history in the live action universe. This is a missed opportunity. This also proves the writers team was doing their job. Concept art is ideas and plots and stories they want to explain. So this idea was pitched. This is also the other 60% of my speculations before Transformers The Last Night. This was the movie that everybody wanted. This was it, rewriting history, and literally we just dug deep into Transformers lore through 2 concept arts. I'm bittersweet about this, but you gotta give it. These are amazing, amazing concept arts. These are 2 about the Gladiator games. This concept art is about the Gladiator games, and this concept art is about royalty, about redemption. This is actually the Tomb of Redemption, of the Chamber of Ancients, deep hidden within Cybertron. If you're not familiar with this channel, we dig deep in the lore of Transformers. To my subscribers, I love you so much. Make sure to hit that like button, turn on that notification squad. Follow me on Twitter at Prime Speculator. Follow me on Instagram at Last Prime Speculator. And now follow me on Snapchat. Yes, guys, I got a Snapchat. You guys have been asking about it. The Prophesied 13. I'll leave all my icons down below to make sure to follow me. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I got plenty more of speculations. Next episode is going to be focused on the night ship. But I wanted to make sure for my subscribers that have been asking, I touched on this concept art. This is the untold story of the LPS Transformers of The Last Night. In a way, guys, we rewrite the Transformers live action universe, digging deep in the lore of Transformers, and we do it right on this channel. So guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this and just checking this out for the concept art. Again, subscribers, I love you so much. This is LPS bringing you another redemption series. Peace.